Another war, which had been quiet for a while, but Ciara and Future, things are not going well as far as child custody. At least that's Ciara's version of it. Now, she has filed documents saying that she wants to bring Future in for mediation to discuss how they split time with their son, because she says that that Future, the dad, is not showing up for, and she said this very specifically in the documents, 37% of the time he is missing his visits, his scheduled visits with their son, Future Jr. And she says that even when he does show up, Future lives in Georgia. She says that when their son goes to Georgia, he's not spending that much time with dad. He spends most of his time with either his grandmother, or his great-grandmother, and that dad is not around. So
what she's trying to do is she's trying to like hammer out a schedule that is, I believe this is where the end game is, where she's going to have the kid for the lion's share of the time, because she's saying he doesn't take advantage of it. So why send the kid over there if he's not going to spend time? So he wants to cut back. She wants to cut back on the time.
And she does say that he's also having health issues because the cross-country travel.
I mean, give me a break, okay? Give me a break. Like, it's like, damn if he does, damn if he doesn't.
Hold on. Raquel, you're not there. You don't know what and look, I don't know either, but I would say give me a break. You don't know what baby Future's going through.
No, as far as baby Future, first off, a plane
I know he's not baby
only
anymore.
Like,
well, Raquel,
from Seattle to
Atlanta. That's
Seattle to Atlanta.
Well, but Raquel, we're not taking a side on this, but hold on, Raquel, because I don't think either of us are taking a side.
I'm not taking a side.
Well, hold on. Raquel, do you know if she's right that when the kid goes to Georgia, he only spends a small portion of the time with the kid?
I highly doubt that.
Well, you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't
well,
know.
Actually, I follow a lot about Future.
I know, but if you don't
and
know...
I could say this from what I do know, and I could say that Future loves his kids, and he does spend time with his kids.
But it depends. Listen, if the kid's going to fly all the way across country, I don't know how much time Future spends with the kid, but if he's not spending as much time, and I don't know, but if she's right, then she has a point.
If she is right, is the kid not allowed to spend time with the grandparents also?
But that's,
I mean, for God's sake, what's wrong with that?
Well, no. The answer is no in terms of a parental custody agreement. The answer is no.
Well, I think that if my kids want to go to my mama's house, go for it.
Fine, but if you're forcing the kid to go to your mama's house...
They're not forcing
hold on, because of a custody arrangement where it's not really going to be you taking care of the kids, then that's a whole other thing.
She's just never happy with Future. This is all this is about.
First of all, I want to say this. Baby Future, who's not really a baby anymore, he's 3, is thriving in at least one way. Because check out this video. He's playing T-ball now. Now, this is, I guess, I would imagine, in the Seattle area. Yeah, that's him. Guess what? Look at number 14 go around the bases. Kid got a home run. Now, I don't know.
He's cute.
I don't know how much that means in
T-ball.
Because I can't figure out where the ball is, if anybody's even fielded it.
Yeah, how is that a home run?
Because
he didn't hit the ball that far.
Because nobody went after the ball. Everyone's like picking their nose.
Pass too, for little kids. The kid's gonna have heat exhaustion at the end of that.
Yeah, I don't get that.
But Russell Wilson posted that.
Anyway,
so was very proud.
We got it.